I posted this look on my Instagram a couple days ago. It was completely improvised at the time. I really did not plan it out, but I ended up really enjoying what it looked like, and I figured I would recreate it for today. I don't think it's an exact recreation, but that's okay because it's my own look. It doesn't have to be exact. I can do what I want with it. Without rambling any further, I'm just going to cut right to the tutorial portion of this video. Yep, got my moisturizer on, got my hair pulled back, and I'm just going to go straight in and do my brows. So I'm gonna do the type that I do when I want them to stay on. I'm going to go in with small angled brush like this. This is an Essence brow brush, and my ABH pomade, which I am nearly out of. It's very sad. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that on the tip of my brush, and then just sort of fill in the center part of my eyebrows. I know that this brow technique is, like, by all rules and standards of makeup, just horrendous, but it ends up looking fine in my opinion. I just do, as you can see, little strokes sort of towards the back or the tail end of my brow, and then I just taper it off towards the actual tail. And when needed, I'll kind of just use the brush to push down the hairs of my brow just so I can get to the actual, like, gaps. So once those are semi-even, and I know that they are not perfect by any means, I'm going to set them in place with some clear brow gel. Eyes are primed. I'm going to take this NYX Avant Pop palette. As you can see, I use the absolute shit out of this thing. I've had it for a really long time and it's very janky. But this is the only palette I'm going to be using in today's look. Wait, that's a lie. I actually used another single shadow from a different eyeshadow brand. I'm a big liar. So I'm going to begin with a big fluffy blending brush from Wet n Wild, and this maroon-ish type shade. I'm just going to take swirling motions and deposit that on the inner corner. And I kind of want to take it towards like the mid-third of my crease. Right about there. You do also want it to look a little blown out, a little messy, a little bit like you have a really bad case of pink eye. So once you've got that laid down, I'm going to take a very similar domed, fluffy blending brush. I'm going to go in with this ashy brown shade and just run it through the crease and then the outer corner. As you can see, I'm sort of using patting or brushing motions to deposit the color, and then swirling motions just to buff it out. So as you can see, I'm sort of pulling out that brown color, almost so that it meets the tail end of my brow. I want it to look a little bit more dramatic and smoky than it did in the original look. Then to clean that up, I'm taking a flat-topped blender brush with nothing on it, and I'm just going to buff out the edges a little bit more. Then I'm going to go back in with that maroon shade because I feel like I lost a little bit of it. Now we come to the part of the look that exposed me as a liar. So I'm going to be using an eyeshadow that is not from the NYX Avant Pop palette. Going in with a big fluffy brush, this one is from Ulta. I'm going to just pat that on my lid where I didn't place any of the other colors. This is just to add a little bit of contrast. Because this lid is popping out a little bit more, it makes the eyes appear even more sunken. I'm going to go back and forth between the color I used for packing on my lid and the brown and just make them blend together. Liner time. So I'm going to begin pretty much the same way I do with any eyeliner, just by drawing a line. As you can see, I'm sort of just building up the thickness. And I think I forgot to mention it in my last video, but I don't bring the line all the way to my inner corner. I kind of stop roughly like a quarter of the way to my eyes, because bringing it all the way in is going to make your eyes look a lot more dramatic, but it's also going to close them off and make them appear smaller. Especially because this look is so eye-centered, I really want to make them look more dramatically shaped, but also more open. Here's the fun part. So I'm going to extend the wing in pretty much the reverse of what I normally do. So normally I'll go from my lower lash line up, instead I'm going to go from my upper lash line down. So what I'm going to do on this eye is what I did here, which is sort of create this little line going just barely into my lower lash line to make it just connect to the shape of my eye a little bit better. And if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that looks pretty crazy. Yeah, next thing. Liner. So I'm going to take this black liner from Ulta and tightline my upper and lower lashes. This eyeliner, gonna be honest, completely sucks, but I lost my favorite liner. The reason I'm doing the tightlining is first of all to make it a lot more smoky and dramatic and all that good stuff, but also because applying black liner, especially to your top lashes, makes them look a lot darker, thicker, fuller, all of the things that you want your eyelashes to be. I'm going to whack on some primer. Again, I had this for quite a while and got it before I started buying only cruelty-free makeup, so don't come for me. Obviously, I'm concentrating it on the areas of my face that have lots of pores and lines and all of the things that come naturally with being a human who has skin. Normally I don't really care if you can tell that I have pores because I need those, but the foundation I'm going to be using, or more accurately the BB cream I'm going to be using, really tends to emphasize my pores and it kind of takes away from the overall appeal of the look. My primer has set and I'm going to take my foundation. I got this in a store in Vancouver, BC, and I don't know where to get it besides that one store in Vancouver, BC. For reference, it's essentially just a sheer BB cream. And I'm going to apply it just by kind of striping it along my face like a beautiful tiger. And it is very illuminating. It looks very natural. Right now, obviously not. I'm going to take this brush. This is an IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation number 101. I'm going to use buffing motions to just blend that into my skin. I don't want or need full coverage. My skin is kind of in a not great situation right now because stress, but that again is kind of okay. Messy looks like this, you don't need a nice complexion. Like, if you want to go for a nice deep grungy eye, it's going to look a little bit weird if you have like a full coverage, full out contoured base along with it. Like, that just looks bizarre. The main reason I'm putting on the BB cream is to even out the redness, because I don't want the natural tones of my skin to take away from the tones in the eye look. Make sure to concentrate the majority of the color in the center of your face, as I am doing, and then kind of shear it out towards the edges. Now, concealer. I am high maintenance enough that I use 2 different concealers, one for my under eyes and one for general blemishes. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is super full coverage, which is great for acne, like right here on my chin. But under the eyes, it just is so dehydrating and it looks very cakey and unnatural. So this one, I will dot under my eyes. Now that I'm finished with that, I'm gonna go in to the eyes. Going to set the places in my face that have a tendency to crease or break up. So for me, that's my nose, my smile lines, because I talk a lot, my under eyes, and the very middle of my forehead where I have the beginnings of wrinkles. Shows that I'm wise and worldly. I'm just going to buff out that maroon. Finally, I'm going to take this liner and just do 3 dots in the inner part of my eye. I'm going to go in with mascara, and the reason I didn't go in earlier is because I find that whenever I set my face with loose powder, it kind of falls onto my mascara and just ends up looking like weird and crusty and just all around not a good look. I'm going to go into my favorite part, which is highlight. Taking the same Wet n Wild highlighter that I used in my first video and just starting that bridge of my nose, concentrating on the tip of my nose, and my cheekbones. And right above each eyebrow. I'm not going to be wearing any blush today because I don't really feel the need to. If you thought that we were finished with the highlight, oh no, you're wrong. I really want to intensify and, you know, bring the focus to the maroon. So I'm going to take a small blending brush and just a tiny bit of that highlight and just pop it right on the inner corner. The final step here is lips. Then once I've got that done, I'm going to take a nude gloss and just fill them in. Got real clothes on, got my LaCroix, and this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm thinking I'm going to do like a Halloween type series, so start letting me know what looks, if any, you want to see in the comments or on my Instagram, or send an owl with a message. I don't care. Just tell me, because I don't want to do anything people aren't going to watch. That being said, I am going to be doing things that interest me, so if you suggest something I don't like, then I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.